Williamson Herald Video is sponsored by Embrace Home Loans, where you can find a mortgage designed precisely just for you. Stop by Matt Hatcher in Cool Springs in Franklin to find out more, or visit embracehomeloans.com.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome into this edition of the Williamson Herald High School Sports Extra. I'm Joe Williams along with Charles Pulliam, and you'll forgive us if we're both a little tired. We've seen an awful lot of volleyball the last 3 days. And this evening, Friday evening, kind of what we expected. Brentwood, the Lady Bruins, go with the four-peat, Charles. They take down Knoxville Farragut, and it's got to be tough to be Knoxville Farragut. They've been to the state tournament the last 3 years. They are 0-6. It's the only thing to the same team. Brentwood's gotten them all 3 times.
And that's, if you talk to Coach Barbara Campbell, who's just a veteran at this, she had 4 runner-ups before she got her first, and now she can't count them all on her hands. Yeah. So think of it that way. But this team, this Brentwood team, seeing them from start to finish this season, they put together a near perfect, near flawless performance today to knock out Farragut for the second time this tournament.
And I think that's something that's a little bit scary. I was kidding these kids earlier that they seem, quite honestly, to play to their competition, and it's just what they think their competition is going to bring. Today they came, they've done it all year, and they always win. Today they came in knowing, as Keely Cochran told me, no, today was not a day to mess around.
Oh, not at all. I talked to Megan Jancy, another one of the seniors out there, same kind of thing. It's like, this was all business right from the start. They just started getting a taste for it. And we talk about expectations. This Brentwood team, a little bit, everyone kind of penciled in as like, hey, they're the one to beat. Everyone knows that. But imagine that kind of stress, night in and night out. And talk to Coach Barbara Campbell, same kind of thing. She's like, it's not easy. These girls started in July 11th, and this was the goal. July 11th, nonstop. Yeah. So it takes a lot of hard work, and it was stressful, and they all admitted that.
The kids work hard in the off season. They work hard in the in season. I mean, we started the first day that you could start after dead period, and haven't let up. And I'm blessed with some talented kids. I mean, you saw Logan, who was selected MVP as a sophomore, had Garrett Joyner out there, who was MVP last year and could have been MVP again this year. Amazing. Cam Carter. Versatile and just, lighthearted and spirited, and then the defensive players who play with so much heart, just keeping that ball off the floor. Tori Carpenter, Keely did a great job of quarterbacking our team. Our middles, Meg Jancy was awesome tonight. The blocking and then, the change of pace with her middle hitting. I just couldn't be more excited for them, and they just would not be denied. It was the seniors wouldn't let it go. They didn't want it to end with them, and good for them.
When you're at the final point, it's just great to be out there because you're giving everything you have. It's your last point you're going to play. Like for me, of my entire career, so you just give everything you have.
I think it's the best feeling in the world right now, knowing that it's my senior year too. So I really just wanted to go out with a bang, So I think I just got my team, we did it, we came together, and we beat Farragut. And that was the goal the whole time.
Charles, this group won today 25-20, 25-22. Kind of broke Knoxville Farragut's back. They win the last match 25-14. Cam Carter with a monster missile down the left side that just that ended this entire competition. And it's just been, that kind of a thing. Because let me tell you something, folks. Knoxville Farragut is a very, very good volleyball team.
Oh, without a doubt. They got the Indiana commit on
Alexis
the one.
Parker.
Yeah, she comes in on that left side, and she is one of the more powerful hitters you will see in high school volleyball. And there's a reason why she's going D1. But then Brentwood counters too. Garrett Joyner, last year's state MVP.
As a sophomore.
And she's committed to, It's Virginia, I think.
Okay.
So Logan Edelson, she's the MVP as a sophomore this year.
She's
so
a
it's
sophomore,
it's a sophomore trend, I think. That's how they switched it out at Brentwood. So
we probably need to go back and see who the freshmen are again this year so we can start projecting out for next year.
But Logan was just one of a kind. 23 kills, 15 digs, monster double-double.
the 23 kills you expect. It's the 15 digs that impressed me.
And Andrea,
Andrea Acevedo.
you can't go wrong there. 23 more digs. She was all over the court. It's just become a trend for her to just rob kills.
Tori Carpenter, 110 assists in 4 games. It's a sophomore, Tori Carpenter.
There you go. That's how you distribute the offense. But when you got these kind of hitters, that's what you can do. They're going to miss Cam Carter next year. She's just been such a leader for this team. But when you got big swingers like Garrett Joyner and Logan Eggleston coming back, man.
And, you know, if anybody has a bad night, tell you what, they've got folks who come in. Megan Jancy tonight came up and played a huge game in her last high school match with some big hits.
Definitely, and she just controls the net. I looked, last year with Jenny Roy, who plays basketball at Belmont now. She was that middle. She controlled the middle for Brentwood, along with Kayla Massey, and they needed someone to control that to keep the outside open for Garrett and Logan and all those girls. So Megan all season has just stepped up, and through this tournament, she was fantastic.
It has been a good one for, obviously, the Lady Bruins. It's been a good year for volleyball for the Williamson County folks, period. Once again, it's been a good year. Ravenwood in this tournament struggled through first day exit. What about the folks down at Page? You know, the Lady Patriots come in, take that first lick early, and then they just fight, keep fighting, trying to get back in it. Did not make the finals this year, but man, they are a group of fighters.
Oh, definitely. Last season, they finished 1 win away from playing for a state title. This year, they finished 2 wins away. So playing on that second to last day, back-to-back, and they had one of the best matches, without a doubt, in a marathon thriller beating Hume Fogg yesterday. That was one of a kind. 3-2 was the final. I mean, but 17-15 in the 5th set. Nobody wanted to give that one up.
No, and I think that may have been why they came up 1 game earlier. I mean, that just wore everybody out. I mean, if Hume Fogg had advanced, I'm not sure they would have gotten past the next round.
And for the second year in a row, Paige comes here and they watch the state AA final, and it's 2 teams playing that beat them in the state tournament. So they were right there, right at the edge, and Signal Mountain losing to Knoxville Catholic. Knoxville Catholic beat Page initially, and Signal Mountain coming through the back door, winning 3 matches in 1 day to play for this final. So volleyball here at this tournament, this one of a kind.
Tell you what, it's always fun, though, to come over to Murfreesboro and Murphy Center for this tournament. Kind of anxious to get back to next year.
I know what you mean, yeah. Well, if we want to, we could find Barbara Campbell sometime in July and see how the girls get started.
We probably could.
I think they'll probably get started tomorrow, actually.
If she has anything to do with it, she'll have, first off, we're going to put up uniforms, now get the balls out. That's just the way things go sometimes. Hey, we want to thank you for joining us. This kind of wraps up volleyball season, I guess, for us, Charles. 1
more down, yes.
Let's get ready for some more. Hey, thank you so much for being a part of the Williamson Herald's High School Sports Extra. For Charles Pulliam, I'm Joe Williams. You never know when there's another extra coming around the corner.